Hey everyone, Jeremy Knauff here with Spartan Media, and today I want to talk a little bit about thinking big, and I think that's an area that a lot of business owners really screw up on. We get tied up in the day-to-day operations and start looking at what's reasonable, and then our ideas get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then we accomplish less and less. So today we were out here with Topher Morrison, who's one of Tampa's mayoral candidates, and in my opinion, the best one.
Thank you.
Talking about some of his ideas, and his ideas were really big, taking things in a very different direction than a lot of the other mayors that we've had in the past. What I've seen before is, they want to do little tweaks. Let's, improve this 5% or make this thing a little bit better.
Yeah.
And, you've kind of changed the game as far as what you've got in mind.
Sure.
Let's talk a little bit about that real quick.
Yeah, so the way I look at it is, momentum is a very fragile thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we have tremendous momentum right now in Tampa, right? More than we've ever had in a very long time.
Yeah.
And with momentum, if you let your foot off the gas just a little bit, you fall right to the back. And I think we've worked way too hard to fall to the back of the line. But with momentum, if you put your foot down just a little bit harder on that pedal, you can scream to the front. And I really feel that this is Tampa's time to scream to the front of the line.
Absolutely.
But we need to have a mayor who's not timid. We need to have one that's bold, that thinks big, and is willing to make some failures.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I, as a business owner, or in your case, soon-to-be politician, doing things differently and taking it to a whole nother level. Like Grant Cardone talks about, 10x.
10x, yeah.
Right? When you're doing 10 times what everyone else is doing, you're going to get so much more results. Nobody can compete.
Yep.
So taking a totally different approach and just stomping on that gas makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's not just one person can do it. We have to actually embrace that as a culture as well.
Sure.
Where we reward risk versus discourage risk. And I think one of the challenges that we see in the entrepreneurial world right now is that we've become such a litigious society, right? That it's stifling our innovation, it's stifling our creativity. I tell people all the time about the rooftop bars on our buildings, and they go, oh, you can never put people up on the rooftops. What if somebody jumps off? I'm like, yeah, what if? Yeah, I get that. We put the safety measures in place, but we have to make it where our business people are protected against frivolous lawsuits as well, to where they realize that I can be rewarded by doing something innovative, and I don't have to be fearful of some stupid litigious protocol that really has no place in business.
Absolutely. You touched on a great point, risk and fear.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's what stops a lot of people from really going after the big things. Like, well, if I do this and I don't accomplish it, what is everybody going to think?
Yeah, exactly.
But if you look at all the
running for office,
there you go, right? Like, you're either going to win or lose.
Yeah.
But if you look at the most successful people, look at drawing a blank, the guy's name, Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk,
yes.
Or Michael Jordan. They took huge risks, and they failed more than they succeeded.
Correct.
But those successes were so much bigger because they were willing to take those risks.
Correct. Yeah. In just about any area of life, in sports, in business, in philanthropy, those that take the biggest risks fail the most, but succeed more.
Absolutely.
And I think we need to have as a culture the ability and the willingness to do that. Yeah. You look at politicians, by the way. One of the greatest ways you can this is how I feel you can sense a politician on whether or not they're willing to think big.
Okay.
Do they make their decisions based on polls? Because if they make their decisions based on polls, what that tells you is they only fight for things they think they can win based upon the data.
Right.
And that tells me that's how they're going to be as a leader when they get in office. They're only going to fight for the things they think they can win.
Absolutely.
I don't do any polls. I think it's ridiculous, because why would I care about what the chances are in a poll? If I think that I can't win, that shouldn't stop me from going for it.
Right.
Right? Because that'll tell you that if I get in office, I'll fight for the impossible things all damn day.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that shows principles. Like, you're going after something that you believe in rather than just what you think you'll win.
Yes.
So, on that note, I know you've got to be somewhere. Get out there, go after what you want to go after, and think big. Stop thinking small. Stop going after these little tiny goals. Go after something outrageous and just stomp on the gas and put everything into it. Don't be afraid to fail.
Pedal to the metal.
All right. Thanks. Awesome seeing you. Take care.